Okay, so yeah, my gear list for the samurai is currently very similar.
Cool. I have samurai unlocked now. You want to see all the outfits I put together?
Yes, you know I do.
So there's this one that I usually chill out in.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some armored ones. There's this
Ooh.
one. There's this one that I used for early game ARR, but I'll probably not use anymore
Still fucking cool.
because I have this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to save that one for when we get to Heavensward because I made it for Heavensward. There's also this one. I should probably turn on my headgear.
I gotta figure out how to organize the samurai and the red mage stuff.
I also have this one.
Bro, that one's so cool.
It's pretty sick. And then I
Oh,
also have this one that I was running around in.
yes, I do like that one. Go back to the one before.
Oh, this one?
Why do you look like almost like Nagito from Danganronpa 2?
Shut the fuck up. And I also have this one.
Ooh.
And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Let's put that there. I have my own interesting way of organizing. So I'm putting like healing stuff over here. Let me go back to Bard to figure out like how I was really doing it. Okay, so I put most of those up there. What was the like character command thing for looking at like job abilities?
Oh, if you press P on your keyboard, it brings you to actions and traits.
Thank you. Not a class with Peloton. I don't know what classes have Peloton or not.
All the ranged physical classes have it. So.
Okay, so it's a ranged physical thing. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to organize my stuff for Samurai. That's good. No worries. Get good sleep. 180.
Good night.
Move that up. Move that there. Ranged attack. And then we got the combo stuff. Yukikaze, Gecko, Shifu, Oka, Taijutsu, Kasha, Mangetsu. Okay, so that's Hakaze. That's Fuga. And that's Inpi. And then Yukikaze. Shifu grants Ka, grants Getsu. So let's group up the Getsu. Got Setsu, Fugetsu, Getsu, Getsu, Fuka, Fuka. This one grants Ka, so let's move that there. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. That's good for now. And then there's my high potions. Oh, I have like high quality high potions. I see. So I was reading on the different potions I have. Okay, that's good for Samurai for now. Red Mage I need to fucking figure out.
Holy shit, you were serving.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Accidentally serving.
Move that there. Move that down. Move this over here. That up. Swift cast I will keep up top. Keep there. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do for Red Mage is put like buff and status effect stuff up top on this third bar, and then put spells on the second bar and physical attacks on the first bar.
All right.
Fire damage, earth damage. That's an attack. That's an attack. Unaspected damage means it's magic. Wind damage. Wind damage. Attack, attack. Lightning damage. So yeah, we've got spell, 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 spell. Weapon skill, spell. Spell. I'm going to keep... I know it's not a weapon skill, but cores, I'll keep down on the bottom bar. Same with displacement.
That's fair.
Those are charge ones, so they can go last on the bar. $130. 100.
By the way, do you want to assign key presses to your third hotbar?
I should probably do that.
I have mine set to control and the numbers.
So that's what my second bar is right now.
For my for my first bar, here, let me read what I have. So for my slots, I have numbers for the first hotbar, it's numbers 1 through 5. Slot 6 is R, 7 is F, 8 is G, 9 is T, 10 is Y.
Okay.
And then slot 11 is mouse 4 and slot 12 is mouse 5. And then my second hotbar is just all of those same binds, but add shift to them.
Right. Okay.
And then my third bar is just all of those keybinds again, but add control to them instead.
Okay.
And if you want to change those keybinds, if you just pause, or you hit escape and go to keybind, you can rebind everything under the hotbar tab. And honestly, just rebind it to however suits you.
Right.
You usually won't need 3 full hotbars. You won't ever need more than 3 hotbars full of like actions.
Yeah, so this is
that you would need to press.
This is just like my way of like organizing.
Yeah, I got you.
And then of course we move the high potion on here. I don't know if Red Mage has a healing ability right now. I have Lucid Dreaming, which is not that, but I might move Lucid Dreaming over to the healing section, since it's technically like magic healing instead of health healing.
It gets a couple healing spells, actually.
Cool. I will move those over once I have them.
Okay.
260, 260. We'll move the unaspected to be first. We'll keep the wind damages next to each other. Lightning. Unaspected goes up front. The lightnings go together. That's fire damage. There we go. That looks to be in order. I've got all my, like, buffs and debuffs up on one side of the third bar, and then my healing will go on the other side of it. And then I've got first bar of weapon skills, second bar spells. Samurai, I have buffs and debuffs on the second bar, and then healing on the third bar. Just because it helps me keep them apart. And then my weapon skills all on the bottom.
All right. You want a quick rundown on how Red Mage and Samurai work?
Yeah, let me organize Scholar,
Or you can-
and then I will do
or
exactly
the other.
that. Resurrection needs to go up here. I'll put my summons up top for you. Unexpected damage. Unexpected damage over time. Source targets HP. This needs to go up here for the healing stuff.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find a training dummy for us to beat up.
Okay. Expected damage with potency of 140. Flicks target with sleep. Removes a single detrimental effect from target. Okay. Cool.
Okay, I got one.
Okay. I was just organizing everything again. There we go. Just organizing all my menus and bars and stuff.
All good. You can go fuck around with the skills. Do you have everything in Ul'dah? All the Aetherites in Ul'dah unlocked?
Yep, they're all done now.
Okay. Teleport out the gate of the Sultana.
Got it.
And go down the staircase. You want to do Red Mage first?
Yeah, I just figured since I have the drip.
Here we go.
Okay.
So, Red Mage's whole deal is dual cast.
Yes.
You'll notice if you hover over some of your spells, like you'll notice Ver Arrow and Ver Thunder. Both take 5 whole seconds to cast.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you'll see something like Ver Arrow 2 and Ver Thunder 2 and Jolt all take about 2 seconds to cast.
Mm-hmm.
After each time you cast a magic spell with Red Mage, you will get another, you will get a dual cast buff, which will allow you to cast the next spell with no cast time.
Okay.
So you can probably understand where I'm getting at.
Like that? Or...
Yep. You want
Okay.
to do your quick spells, and then right after, with the dual cast proc, do your spells that take a long time.
Okay. Yeah, let me change up my bar again then. And swap those around to make sure they're all in order for that. That makes a lot more sense. Why can I not cast
Yeah, I figure-
Fire or Verstone right now? Execute while Verstone is ready. Verstone ready is active.
Yeah, so you'll notice if you hover over those also have a pretty short cast time.
Mm-hmm.
You'll just throw those in as they become available. You'll just replace Jolt with them. So every time you hit Jolt and then you cast either Ver Arrow or Ver Thunder as your second spell, it has a chance of becoming either Ver Fire or Ver Stone ready, which means that you'll cast that and then you'll follow up with either another Ver Arrow or Ver Thunder. You may notice that you have a gauge on your screen.
Yes, the white and black
bars.
mana.
Yep. I think those are pretty obvious. You cast white magic spells, it'll fill up the white section. That's Ver Stone, Ver Arrow 2. You cast black magic spells, Ver Fire, Ver Thunder. Those fill up the black magic. You want to do your best to try and keep those relatively balanced. If one side becomes too high, it makes leveling them out a little difficult. And then you can throw in a Fletch there every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And you may notice that your gauge has turned red.
Yes.
I'm going to catch up to you real quick. There we go. So when your gauge turns red, that means that you can do the melee phase. You have 3 attacks to your melee phase. They are meant to be cast in a specific order if possible.
Yes. Okay.
You're going to start with Enchanted Riposte, and then Enchanted Zwerchow, and then Enchanted Redoublement. So,
Okay, I put those in the correct order then.
Yeah. So it'll look like this. And that was me weaving in the Core and Displacement. Those are your dashes in and out. The purple one is your backflip.
Displacement. Okay, so engagement is...
Yeah. Engagement is if you go up to them and say, for example, you want to do your melee combo and you want to stay in range, you can just emplacement instead.
Okay.
And you'll just do a fancy flip like this.
Okay.
And you'll stay in range.
So I might actually move Korza up then. So like swap Korza to be the first thing in the combo. Or in my bar. Since that's supposed to be the like get in there attack.
Mm-hmm. It's your gap closer because you close the gap.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the basics of what you need to know for Red Mage.
Good to know.
Everything that you get from there on out is just building on top of that fundamental.
Okay. Good to know. And then there's just stuff like acceleration, swift cast, sure cast to just help allow
Yep.
me to continue that.
Yep, acceleration makes it so that instead of doing the jolt into Ver Thunder, you can throw in an acceleration and immediately cast one of your long cooldowns. You can also do swift cast to do kind of similar. You don't have to cast your slow spell. You can just cast the quick spell with like swift cast.
Mm-hmm.
Or you don't have to cast the quick spell. You can just do the slow spell with swift cast.
Right.
So you can just do swift cast and then for thunder or for arrow.
Okay.
But those are fancy and you don't have to do those.
Okay.
Think you got the hang of it?
I think so.
Okay. Let me know if or when you want to move on, and we can talk about samurai as well.
I'm trying to figure out, because it feels like... So I do this, and then I still get stuck here for some reason. Do I need to, like, click it immediately to, like, prep it?
So you'll notice that you get dual cast. Where are your buffs on your screen? Oh, they're near the top.
Oh!
Yeah, so those are your buffs up there, and you can move those on your HUD if you need to.
Okay.
But you'll see that purple buff come up, and that'll tell you, hey, you have dual cast ready, and then the next spell you cast is going to be free.
I'll just put them right there above my health.
All right. Anywhere that you're going to be looking. I think I have them by my health too. Let me look. Yeah, they're right by my health as well.
Oh, I definitely need to move that. But I got it, at least in a spot where I can see it easily. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And then,
There we go.
so yeah, just keep practicing that. What about...
Yep, and then I will
Samurai.
say... Okay. Samurai. Let me pull out Samurai.
I have to leave
Oh, I
combat.
have to... just right-click on the striking dummy and... or target the striking dummy, right-click on the health bar on your screen, and hit Reset Striking Dummy Enmity.
Oh, I accidentally targeted two of them.
Okay. Samurai. Samurai's a little more complicated.
Mhm.
You've got three... You'll notice you have a gauge that has 3 stickers on it. There's a moon sticker, there's a flower sticker, and then there's like a snowflake star kind of sticker.
Okay. There they are. Wow, they're way up there.
Yep, you can move those as well if you need to.
Yeah, I'm definitely moving those. I don't know why they're all the way up there. There we go.
Okay, so there are 3 combos that Samurai has. They all start with Hakaze. That's going to be the very first skill that you have on your hotbar. After you use that, you'll notice a ton of skills light up on your bar. You can press any of those skills to finish one of your to do one of your combos.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I probably want to
Depending-
rearrange these based on the combos.
Yep, depending on which combo you do, will light up different stickers.
And then that uses all of them.
Yep.
So that one doesn't light up any. But this then lights up.
Yep, I can, so... Yeah. And then you have all three, and you can use Bandari Setsugeka, which is your big damage button. It is worth noting, this is your first melee class, so we get to teach about positionals.
Yes.
This is how melee gets even more damage.
Yeah.
If you hover over the ability in your hotbar that looks kind of like a moon,
Gecko.
you'll see it says delivers an attack with potency of 100, 150 when executed from a target's rear. And you can also see the rear combo potency is 360 as opposed to the regular combo potency, which is 310. That means that when you use that ability, you want to be right here to do the maximum amount of damage.
Right.
If you hover over Kasha, which is the pinkish star, that one is the target's flank. So this, you can see the targeting circle on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine it's divided into like quadrants.
Yeah.
This back quadrant is their back.
Yes.
These left and right quadrants are their flanks. And this is their front, obviously.
Yeah, and you just gotta aim for around the symbols.
Yep. But yeah, that is pretty much it to Samurai right now. Eventually with Samurai, you get a lot of buttons to press. But for right now, all you need to know is is those buttons. Also worth noting, you may have noticed that your big Madare button changes depending on how many stickers you have.
Yeah. So it's Higan Bana on the first one.
Yep. And that gives the enemy a damage over time effect. And then if you have 2 stickers, it's an AoE.
And then the third one is the super long, but the really powerful double strike.
Yep. And if you have all 3, it is a powerful single target.
Yeah, and I really have to figure out, like, memorize flanks and backs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't organize them by... Because right now I have them organized based on what, like, of the icons they give. Maybe I don't organize them by that or by, like, combos, but actually by what part they target best. If that makes sense?
Yeah, I do that on... Yeah. I do that on some of my melee classes as well. Like, for example, if I'll put, like, one combo in the bottom row and then one combo in the second row, like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's definitely making me reconsider how I have this currently set up.
Yeah, now is the best time to try and get your hotbar to what's comfortable.
Okay. And this is basically the free combo, do whatever you want.
Yep.
Which is a really good way to immediately lead into this.
You got it. You are getting the hang of it.
Nullifies all action direction requirements. That way you can deal your max damage based on no matter where you're at. Of course, nullifies knockback and stuff. And then stuns target. Okay. Okay. I'm reevaluating how to set up this bar.
Yep, that's what this time is for.
I'm kind of just still practicing going through the motions of the combos, and then I'm going to start trying to move around. And so like this one, I can immediately go into this one, and then I need to move to the rear for this one. This one doesn't care. But this one wants the flank. Okay. And it's important to remember what each of the Yaijutsu ones do, because maybe I want only one or the only two.
Yep. Because the one sticker applies the damage over time onto the target, usually it's pretty good to have that up whenever you can. Like, because it lasts a whole minute. But like most of the time you're going to be going for that big dick single target damage. Unless you know there's like a ton of enemies and you want to do like AoE stuff to do a lot of less damage to more enemies.
Yeah, and that's where you go for NP into not NP, sorry. That's ranged. Fuga into Mangetsu or Oka.
Yep.
Because that's more area combo.
Yeah.
But
most classes will have like an AoE combo.
Which then using only those two only gets you two of the bars, because then that also works into Iaijutsu with its big AoE.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do instead is move all of the buff, debuff ones on the same bar as healing. Probably put NP over there, and then put Fuga and its two combos up here with NP just like going next to them just because. Since it's a ranged one, I can just use as needed.
Yeah, typically you won't use it too much. It's just like, say for example, the boss is doing something super scary. You can just sit here going, eh, eh, eh. And you can go back in when it's safe.
Okay, yeah, let me swap Shifu and Kasha. And then I will put... You know what? Just to keep the bars balanced, I'll put Iaijutsu up next to NP. You know?
All right.
Just so I'm not, like, having one bar that's way longer than the other. And then Bloodbath, of course, is just there as a nice little healing.
Yep, just the just in case button.
Yeah. Since it's... I'm gonna actually organize priority based on recast timer. for the healing. So it's like bottom bar is high potion, middle bar is bloodbath, third bar is second wind.
All right.
So second wind is like the emergency button. And I feel like that's a good way to set up Samurai. Yeah, I still like the way I have this set up. So I'll keep this the way it is. I just did that to remember. I could have just read the ability, but I did that just because.
No, now is the time to fucking experiment with shit. Press button, see what happens.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out what I want set up where on my hotbars and all that.
You could also move down the red mage bar if you wanted to. Generally, I find that having things in relatively consistent places helps me switch between different classes.
Oh, yeah, duh. I just realized where it was, yeah. It's just fun to go through this and like figure out how each of these works.
Yeah, I love doing it. It's just fun to like tinker around with it and see how it clicks.
I don't know why I decided to throw flesh in there. I just decided to try it.
Yeah, fuck it. Just throw that shit in wherever.
Because does it have the ability to be part of the combo, or is it just something I could throw in right before I like displacement?
You can throw it. You can throw flesh in wherever you want.
Okay.
Like if I wanted to, I can just go in, do a little bit of my combo, throw it in right in there, and then backflip out.
What's up? He did a very good job on the song. My lady. That's such a fun song.
It's a good song. It's a fun beat. Or it's a good song. It's a fun song. I don't know.
Fun song, good meme.
Good vibes.
Yeah. I unlocked Samurai and Red Mage and I've been practicing. I think I prefer Red Mage to Samurai.
Good.
Well, it's mostly because Samurai is a very, like, positioning heavy, while Red Mage is more of a, like, magic
fucking
physical
turtle!
combo. Yes, it is.
Tortoise, excuse me. Why are we talking about that now?
Big tortas.
I know, I'm just... Tortoise. No, I don't have to. I'm a high enough level where he won't attack me. Way good boy. He's a good boy. Peekaboo. Yeah, I think I love the look of Samurai. I think I prefer Red Mage gameplay a little more.
I get you. Melee classes are all a little bit. They usually their combo finishers will all have a positional requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Just to like get the maximum damage out of it.
Right, and keep you on your toes so it's not too monotonous.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I really want to spruce up my weapon and stuff, though.
It will come in time.
I know, I know. What a fucking outfit to start out with. But yeah, I haven't unlocked any healing spells with the red mage yet. I have to double check when those get unlocked.
You get them relatively soon.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. There's Jolt 2, which is another very short cast time.
I think Verkier is one of them. And then you also get my favorite ability, Verraise.
Yes, I did see Verraise. Where is Verkier? Oh, there it is. Level 54. So yeah, pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jolt 2 is literally just better Jolt. Just replace Jolt, essentially.
Yep. A lot of those, if you switch your view, the display mode, it will switch it to, like, show all your combos as well as upgrades that you'll get.
Okay. Moulinet to reprise. Ah, okay.
Yeah, you can see the combo weapon skills that have, like, a line linked in between them. If you switch to Samurai and go to that same menu, you'll see a lot more of those linked things at the top.
This is so interesting to see. Oh, yeah, I see this. So, yeah. So you can go either Hakaze. Okay, so Gyofu is just Hakaze, but better, but still leads into the same things?
Yep.
And then Fuga versus Fuko. NP doesn't have one, but that's because it's just a ranged attack. Oh. And then there's Tsubame Gaishi, which is literally just repeat Iaijutsu except for Higanbana.
Yep.
Oh. And what causes Ogi Namikiri to be ready?
You don't have to worry about learning, like, all of your stuff to 100.
Yeah, I was just...
This game is really good at unlocking, like, things slowly so that you can get used to them.
Yeah, it's super cool to see, like, oh yeah, once you get this upgrade, it's literally just this, but better.
Yeah.
Same recast time, same base effect, but then also even more.
Yeah. Like, usually it's going to be more damage. Sometimes it has an additional, like, effect or something that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
This is so cool. But we should probably call it there. I think I'm going to take the Culinarian off my hotbar and just leave it as a menu item since it's a crafting one.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Or what you could do is you could enable one of your other hotbars. You can also, if you go into HUD layout and you should be able to see more hotbars, just like somewhere on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go to UI element and then scroll to your next hotbar. It'll highlight it. And then you can press the UI element setting, which is like the gear right next to the current UI element.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can adjust like the size and like how big it is and like how it's laid out.
Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting.
And you can put that wherever you want on your screen. Like if you want to have a hotbar that just has all your class icons, you can do that.
Okay. Oh, cool. I turned that off to where I don't have to see that now. That's nice.
Yep. This game is very, very nice with just like you being able to customize stuff like crazy.
Right. Yeah, I didn't want to see the inventory grid anymore. So I turned it off.
Yep, you usually don't need to.
What are the notices? Oh, duh. What do Alliance List 1 and 2 do?
If you are in an alliance raid,
Hmm.
it shows because you will be in a instance with like 24 people. And those are broken into 3 groups of 8. So Alliance List 1 and 2 will show you the other 2 groups of 8 that are in the instance with you.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about it right now. You won't see it for a while.
Right. Cool. Well, I now have my HUD changed up a little bit to where I moved status bar 4 off to the side and stacked it
Heck yeah.
so it's more compact for me. And I like the way that organizes everything. Sweet. I've decluttered a little.